As we all know that Ter Stegen has been stripped of the captain handband, and now Hansi Flick is now contemplating who to hand over the captain handband to. All right, so there are so many names that have been shortlisted for this particular duty. Now, one thing that we all should understand is there have been a standard way of going about the captain handband in Barcelona. This is one way of identifying someone who has been in the team for the longest time. This handband is given to someone who has been in the team for the longest time, not necessarily from La Masia, but for the first team. So now, I'll have a couple of players. So I think the deputy captain has been De Jong. After Ter Stegen, it is De Jong. Now that Ter Stegen has been stripped of the handband, we're looking at De Jong being given that opportunity to continue his leadership. But it seems that Hansi Flick is contemplating altering that policy that have been in Barcelona for a very long time. Now there have been this couple of argument of who should be the captain. Now, when we talk about a captain, this is a captain who has the ability to lead on and off the pitch, but especially how to coordinate the dressing room. So it's not all the players that have this ability. Irrespective of maybe you being in the club for the longest time. No, that is not what Hansi Flick is actually looking at. He's looking at someone who is able or who is capable of leading the team, especially in every game. So now we have a handful of players who can actually do that, and Hansi Flick is now digging deep who can handle this team very well. Now he's looking at Raphinha, he's looking at Lewandowski, he's looking at Inigo Martinez. We still have De Jong in the team. We still have Pedri and have Gavi. Now, these are the 6 players that one of them might likely become the captain of the team going forward. Now, in my own opinion, I think that the best person for me should be Raphinha. Now, Raphinha can actually, move to any part of the pitch to discuss. My reason for Raphinha is because he's outspoken, someone who can actually, talk to players, talk to referee. Unlike Pedri is someone who is quiet. Pedri is a quiet person. Pedri can actually lead, but not in the interest of everybody in the pitch. He's a quiet person, just like Lionel Messi, who doesn't speak too much. Now looking at Inigo Martinez is another candidate that I feel can actually, talk to referee or talk to players when they're not doing the right thing on the pitch. That's another candidate I'm thinking. Now I'm looking at Gavi, but Gavi is not a regular starter. So Gavi is someone who can actually, push play, who can talk to players, regardless of your age or whatever. Gavi has that tendency of, pushing players and making them do what they need to do. So, and Gavi is not a starter. That's another disadvantage on his own side. Now let's look at De Jong. De Jong has been the captain, but it seems like De Jong is not that influencer. It's not that very rugged in terms of questioning some referees. So I think my own reservation is on Raphinha and Inigo Martinez. Lewandowski can actually do his best, but Lewandowski, I don't think Lewandowski after this season is going to be a starter or going to be playing all the time. So when you're looking at Raphinha, Inigo Martinez, and De Jong, these 3 candidates for me can actually do the job. Why? Because they are kind of a regular starter in the team, and they play up to 90 minutes. That is one advantage these players now will have over every other player. Unlike Pedri is a regular starter and he can play from the beginning to the end. But I'm talking about who has the influence of, talking to referee, questioning the authorities, trying to ginger referees on the pitch. That is why I'm keeping my reserve for Raphinha and Inigo Martinez. Maybe De Jong can come in as the 3rd choice. So tell me what you think. But normally, the rightful person that can take this captain handband is De Jong, because he's the deputy captain after Ter Stegen. Now that Ter Stegen have been disbanded of the captain handband, I think the next person is De Jong. But Hansi Flick is trying to twist that. He doesn't want to continue with that policy. He wants to change it because he feels that he wants to give someone who is more responsible, who can lead the team going forward after this season. That's my own thinking. Tell me what to think in the comment section. Let's go, guys.